Scott Rothbort. Let's talk about some of the stocks you like over at Lakeview Asset Management. And their restaurant stocks. We'll start off with ZOE'S Kitchen. It's really come down since last summer, but it continuously beats on comps for the past, I think, or 2 years or so. Talk about it getting its momentum back.
Okay, 2015 overall was a very tough year for restaurant stocks. We had a lot of restaurant companies that came public. ZOE'S did before 2015, but a lot of companies came public and they really cratered after coming public. Overall, growth came out of the marketplace in terms of growth stocks. We saw valuations contract, and so ZOE'S got sucked down with it. But at the same time, they're performing quite well. They are expanding. They've now just made it into New Jersey, and they're going to continue to expand both north and westward into some of the major metropolitan areas. They have a wonderful menu. It's a fresh, healthy Mediterranean-style menu, which really no one else can duplicate. It's to some extent a lot like Chipotle Mexican Grill, without some of the problems that Chipotle Mexican Grill has had, and also it's much earlier on in terms of its growth trajectory. So I like ZOE'S. It is highly volatile. Last year's market didn't help out at all. Certainly the market we've had so far in January and February of this year hasn't helped out, but the stock definitely is coming back, and I am very happy to take this stock, lock it up, and wait for the future where I think it's going to be much higher, especially when ZOE'S gets introduced to a lot of those major northern and western metropolitan areas.
All right, another restaurant stock you like is El Pollo Loco. You say the stock is undervalued. Why don't you talk about El Pollo Loco?
Pollo Loco, just from the name, you can tell that they're a chicken-based restaurant chain. And again, this is one company that also got snagged up in the 2005 sell-off, especially of recent IPO stocks. Well, it just got absolutely hammered late last year and early this year, and it got down to the point where it was just being almost left for dead from a valuation point of view. So we were snapping up shares late last year and early this year, and we think it does have some bounce potential. I see it more of as a trade than as an investment. I think the stock can definitely get up to about 14, 15, and if maybe some growth comes back to the market, if people start putting money back into small caps, maybe we can get back up to 16 or so. So I see it as a trade, nothing more than that, and I would be out as we start getting to that 15, 16 level.
All right, well, you also like WHITEWAVE. This is a name in Jim Cramer's Action Alerts Plus portfolio. Why do you like it?
Well, I'm in good company, certainly, with Jim Cramer. Why do I like it? Look, again, we're looking at the healthy, organic food trend that has taken over the United States, and for all good reasons. But I don't like the retailers. I don't like Whole Foods. I want to be at the upper end of the food chain rather than the lower end, all right? So I want to be in the food producers. We have a little bit of Hain, which has also gotten clocked last year. But we like WHITEWAVE better, and we think that in terms of all of the companies within this healthy food industry, you have to remember that I think 2 years ago, Bunny got taken over, Annie's. So we think WHITEWAVE will be the next one because a company like General Mills is going to have to take a look at a company like this and say, we need this as part of our portfolio. And it could be other companies. I just use General Mills as an example.
All right, and then finally, you offer a pair trade in pizza. You want to go long Papa John's and short Domino's. That said, over the past 3 months, Domino's has been doing better than Papa John's. So why do you want to do the reverse?
Well, because Domino's has done better than Papa John's. I think in terms, what happens is that Domino's has gotten bid up much higher than Papa John's. They're both performing rather well. I think overall the pizza space is an overbought space. So I'm just looking for a pair trade. I think that they have taken the price of Domino's too high and the relative valuation of Domino's too high relative to Papa John's. Hence, I want to be on the other side of the trade when it contracts.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Scott.
Pleasure to be here again. Thanks.
I'm hungry now. And thank you for watching The Street.